I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hey, what's up, James? Ooh, that smell. Ooh. Let's try base coding. All right. Hey, what's up, drunk?
Put the past on ice. I was bad like Michael. Now I'm good like Kendrick said, boy, we gon' be alright. I just double my price, yeah. I get love on sight. That's the only love I like. Now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice. Now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice. Now look at that, we 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 nice. On the outside looking in. I can fly.
Want that flicking into my eye.
I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. Let me
make sure I cover all the areas. And then hopefully this can dry today and we can get at least the orange, or the blue, or the orange on there. Because the other model right there is mostly blue with some orange, which actually looks pretty cool. I want to try the reverse of that. All my models has the reverse color as well, just in case. Maybe I put too much base coat on my palette. Get all those nooks and crannies. Alright, let me put it in my little fan area, so hopefully it'll dry quicker. There we go. Don't have anything else to base coat. At least nothing that I don't care about base coating. Alright. Let's get some gunmetal. Boarding action terrain today. I'm gonna try and get a bunch of them. Is it the hold on, let me. Is it the MDF one? Drunk? Is it the MDF boarding action terrain? Because I actually just watched Auspex talk about that, about their MDF board, and it was for boarding action, so I don't know if you have the same one or not. Yeah, it's actually a GW set. At least I believe Auspex says it was a GW set. I mean, I don't know if it's part of the kill team or not. I don't, like, I just saw that he talked about a GW terrain set. And I mean, it's GW. Outside of that, I don't know if it comes in the kill team or not. It comes with the Space Marines. I think so. I remember him talking about that prior too. Is that the one that you have? I think it's the only MDF, what you call it, terrain that GW has. The other ones are plastic from the kill team. At least the last one with the Beastmen were plastic. Yeah, is that the one that you have though? But I think that's probably still relatively new and not out though. The plastic board in actions. Oh yeah, yeah, the Dark Gallows. Is that the Beastmen and the dwarves, space dwarves? Choose a terrain. I think that is the one that comes with the Beastmen. I think the terrain looks pretty cool. I remember three of us split the box, and it was kind of funny. Well, we had two of them. Me and another person split the box, right? And the funny thing was is that I just wanted the Beastmen in it, and the other person just wanted the dwarves, and none of us really wanted the terrain, so we split the terrain and gave the guy a discount on just a terrain piece, like 60 bucks for it, or $40 for it, I think. It was like, I think we gave it to him for $40 or 60, I can't remember. I think it's probably 40. And then when we emptied the thing out, and we emptied the thing out, it was like 90% terrain piece. I'm like, dang. Like that gigantic box was just literally terrain. And I was like, man, I think we gave you a good deal on the box. I was like, none of us wanted the terrain piece anyway, but to to realize that 90% of the plastic in there was freaking terrain. I only had like one set of sprue, like one sprue, how they kind of connect two together. I think I had one set, and and the person that split the box would have one set too. And all of a sudden we're like pulling out like a whole bunch of plastic. It's like, good lord, it's all terrain. I didn't think it was going to be so big. Yeah. Oh, I don't know about the size. The person that we sold it to still hasn't put it together. I don't believe he's kind of lazy like that. Is there any other? I mean, like the people I play with, kind of like Kill Team, but they hated just the movement aspect of it, which I think was kind of strange. But don't get me wrong, I kind of hated it too. Trying a marathon of Summerfit tomorrow. What? Oh, painting it? Dude, I kind of want to have some terrain pieces now to paint. It looked like it would be kind of fun. I guess instead of painting terrain pieces, I should freaking paint my bases, because they're kind of like terrain pieces. Although I gotta look up how to paint snow, or make snow bases. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it could be a little bit unfair in some areas, because like some have like a lot of models. Headband black. Yep. Hmm. I don't know if anyone in my area plays boarding action, and one person kind of want to start up Kill Team again. So what team do you have for your boarding action slash kill team? And you also have that kill team. Boarding action is the combat patrol, isn't it? Or is that something separate? Ah. Is it like a... I'm assuming there's a point limitation. Oh, okay. So never mind. Boarding action. Yeah, I thought you were talking about kill team there. I see. 500 points. Man. Well, combat patrol might not be exactly 500 points per army, but boarding action, I can see. I see what you're saying there. I was thinking combat patrol when you said boarding action initially. How does the rules work in Boarding Action? I've never played nor even considered. Is the rules somewhat the same, or? Oops.
The future feels so unsure. Didn't we deserve more? The burden that you left is way too heavy for me. Do you ever feel like the world would die out? My anxiety's off the roof.
Oh, really? How is line of sight different?
I've gone too far, take me back right now. I see fire burning, but I close my eyes. Everything is falling out of place. I see trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. Yeah, nobody.
Huh, so you have to completely see their base with nothing blocking any part of their base? Gotcha. I wonder if it's kind of similar to not Combat Control, like Kill Team then. I had difficulties understanding line of sight and movement and all that kind of stuff with Kill Team. Oop. Yeah, kind of figured. I mean, I'm wondering if a lot of these smaller games all are also like kind of tests for for like you know, maybe implementations into like bigger 40K, especially the new editions.
Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning
That's actually pretty neat. Let's go Chaos and Space Marines as in teens. cross. Alright, trying to do a lot of patch up works here.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Going alright, I suppose. How about yours, James?
ingrained in my head, and I start to think. Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the
Nothing much, huh?
barrel, waiting for the final gates to
One
open.
day you should cause chaos in your life. Just for, you know, a few minutes. Nothing everlasting. Let me know how that goes.
Moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
Like, not eating that snack that you normally eat, you know, chaos. Instead, foregoing that snack and that's it. Seeing how the world looks after that. You become the Hulk all of a sudden, like you skip that one snack and you go berserk.
take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
I'm Hell Blasters to a certain degree. The Devastator Squad are, if you're equipped with the right weapons. The Ballistus Dreadnought is, the Gladiator Lancer is. Oh yeah, Eradicators, but you have to be so close. You kind of have to have the ability to kind of deep strike them sometimes. because what would happen then is the opponent will make sure that their tanks are not, within what is it, 6 plus 9, 15, it would be outside of 15 inches. The reason why being is because actually it doesn't matter. They'll either block you out from being able to strike in from reserves, so you won't be able to get within 9. Because right now when they come in from reserves or deep strike, they have to be outside of 9. You don't get the melt of 2 from that ability because their range is 18 and you have to be with 9 or within. And when you deep strike or you come in from reserves, you're outside of 9. But you do get full rerolls to hit and to wound and to damage. As long as you roll pretty good, you know, you can destroy tanks with bolters. If you like the way they look, I highly suggest going them. They're not bad. I forget how many points they are though for like a 3-man squad. They're essentially kind of like Suicide Squad though, you know? Because you have to get so close, and when you're that close, you're essentially in enemy territory. Unless somehow the opponent really pushed forward with their tank. 95 for 3? That's pretty good. That's actually really good. I don't think it's 95. That'd be kind of crazy. It might be though. Let me take a look. It's just that, I mean, you get full rolls. The only you're wounding on 5, 6s with these supposedly. Oh, there's 9, 5. You're wounding tanks on a 9, on a 5 or a 6, which is not really anti-tank. That's not anti-tank. It's wrong. Eradicators. No, I did click on Eradicators again. 95 for 3, so it's not too bad. But there's, like I said, they're essentially your Suicide Squad if you use them that way then. Because their range is 18, so you're not going to deploy those guys unless you're going to plan on running them up the field at 5 inches at a time. You know, they're going to be the primary targets if you deploy them, so they have to be in reserves. Then if they're within reserves, you're not going to get your Melta 2 shots from them. The Melta rifle and the multi-melter, there's essentially no difference, except for the fact that multi-melter gets 2 shots. Kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. Ballista's Dreadnought's really good because you don't have to have an oath of moment on whatever he's shooting at, because he already kind of has it to a degree. You get full rerolls to hit against units that are 50% or above, so you can shoot something else that's not your oath of moment target. You get 2 strength 10 missiles at 48 inches. You get 2 strength 12 last cannons at, yeah, so AP2 missiles, AP3 last cannons. It's a toughness 10, 12 wounds, 2 up armor save. So Ballista's really good. It's 140 points, so it's like 50 or 45 more points than Eradicators, but you can deploy it in the field immediately. It's a small footprint size, so you can hide it pretty easily. Easy to get cover. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if any of the other I don't know if any other detachments allows you to deep strike within 3. If you can, well then there you go. Eradicators are all of a sudden so much better. There is a character that allows you to deep strike within 3 and allows a unit to be deep strike. And it'd be better if you run a full squad of 6. I think I'm assuming you can get to 6, I'm not sure. And then you can split fire. I mean, try them out. Like, people did run them. I don't know if they still do or not. I mean, the full rerolls to hit, wound, and damage against vehicles is really nice because you can save your Oath of Moment for something else then. I mean, with the Dreadnought, you don't get full rerolls to wound or damage. And honestly, my Dreadnought has done crap most games. Mind you though, it's my rolls though. It's not the Dreadnought's fault, it's my terrible rolls. So it depends on your playstyle and tactics, maybe Eradicators are better, maybe Ballista's Dreadnought's not as better. Just I'd rather blow up their tanks from a distance and try to position well enough that his army can't get full range on my guys. Like Redemptor. Redemptor. Oh, the Redemptor Dreadnought? Dude, they're super expensive. They're like 230 points. And they don't have necessarily dedicated anti-tank weapons, I think. It's the plasma is the best one, I think. Forgot what the other weapon is. Yeah, the Gatling cannon, yeah. Man, it has no AP, I think, right? It's literally an assault cannon with devastating wounds. Well, it's literally an assault cannon. It's kind of garbage. The plasma is much better. The plasma is actually really good. It has like AP4, I think, or AP3. Yeah, plasma is way better. D6 plus 3 shots, I think. I don't remember. It's just that it's kind of expensive. But it does have -1 to damage built in. biggest thing with dreadnoughts is, again, there's just a lot of primary targets in your army. It's hard to not put them in threat range. You hope to take out, a lot of threat before they take out your models. But sometimes it's worth putting them in threat range or exposed, so that you can maybe expose their army. Kind of use them as bait or something.
If your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets scars real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead.
Brutal. So far, I will say this about the Brutalis. I don't think it's ever made into close combat. But I was thinking about running the Brutalis too, though. I have a particular way of running it. Because people normally just deploy the Brutalis. I think about putting in reserves and coming in from the side. I think that might be better for it. That way, it's not being threatened on the field, and it's safe outside of cover. You can deploy it within 9 inches of enemy models, and then you can kind of deploy it within 9 inches off an enemy model. I promise the darkness I can honest believe, but don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'm not giving. No vehicles can go through walls. Well, apparently there's an exception to like Titanic stuff can go through walls. But no vehicles can go through walls. You have to go around. There are like certain segments of buildings that vehicles can go through. Which is like ruins that only have like 2 inches tall walls or something like that. They can go through that. But it's not like full wall stuff, It's kind of hard to describe because you don't have to read essentially everything is ruins in 40K, so you have to read the terrain rules. But there are certain ones that vehicles can go through. Yeah, it's kind of the problem with vehicles. Like, I played against Imperial Knights in the tournament this past Saturday. I didn't know this about Knights, but apparently they're big Titanic Knights, the massive guys, can go through walls, but they take a leadership check. If they fail, they just become battle shock, that's it. But they have to clear the wall, though. And the little guys, they have to go around. They're essentially better dreadnoughts, cheaper dreadnoughts too, to a lot of degree. And they can't go through walls, except for Chaos, which they have a stratagem called Shades of Walk or something like that, where they can in fact go through walls. 2 models can, or 1 big model. But yeah, definitely read the rules for terrain, maybe, and I'll let you know how vehicles work, because there are certain things that you kind of have to look at for vehicles. And then also, I guess the whatever rules or house rules your store plays with. Sometimes maybe house rules will permit dreadnoughts to go through impassable walls as long as they can clear. I have enough movement to. Hey, I run that in, what do you call it, Iron Spear. Like, just nothing but single unit vehicles, because you get essentially 1 free reroll, I believe. Can't remember what their spill is anymore. But it's just essentially a free reroll. At least 1 free reroll. Whether it's to hit, or to wound, maybe even damage, I'm not sure. But it's really good with, like, even Gladiator. The Gladiator Lancer has reroll 1 hit roll, reroll 1 wound roll, and I think reroll 1 damage roll. So not only do you have a built-in reroll from the Gladiator Lancer, but your detachment also has a built-in reroll as well. And you have Oath of Moment, which has full rerolls to hit against a single target. But if you have Guilliman, then you can kind of have 2 Oaths of Moment. But Guilliman's super expensive. And the rerolls will work with him too. Wonder if I should. make sure you run a lot of what do you call it? Um, uh, Freak, what are they called? Mechanicus, repair guys. Damn, I completely forgot what they're called. I have the image in my head, but I don't know what they're called. Techmarine, that's right, yes. Why am I drawing a blank on that? I don't know. It used to be that detachment was like really, really strong, but they nerfed something about it that made them kind of weak, which I think was like an aura ability, and they changed it to a single target instead. Thought of an idea here. Alright, man, take it easy. that white and then the blue. Interesting. Oh, jeez. So James, is all your models assembled? And painted. What's the color scheme? Yellow and red. Is it a particular chapter? Like fans of 40k people, or like people that you've asked that are fans of 40k? Hey, what's that, Francois? So what's the name of the chapter? Fans of 40k? How the other guy's doing? I think he is dry. What does that mean? I am now. The Angry Marines. That sounds more like an Angry Joe's army. The Angry Marines. They're essentially, I guess, Blood Angels to a degree then, huh? That's 7 p.m. It's now almost 5 a.m. So is that a bad thing or a good thing? No more angry. Oh, no more angry? So world leaders then? Because they're just 100% angry all the time. They're like they can't feel any other emotion other than anger. You can't get more than world leaders now. That's already max. Pure anger and only anger. How else can you get more angry than anger? That kind of anger. They want to war, no fire. What do you mean no fire? They're anti-flame? Don't like flamers? Crap, I forgot this guy's boots. They want fire to be burning. Not even fire is safe from fire. James, you almost made me think like if Angron, World Eaters, and Orcs had a baby. Okay, I'm done. Well, except for the female faces, I guess I can kind of finish that up a little bit. It's going to be relatively quick, I think, because there are no details in any faces. Bleach. See. Anger Marines. If butcher snails work the way Anger and what do you mean? How is it not working the way Anger and Hope it worked? I mean, I guess technically his kin or his sons have like the rip-off version of it. It's a pretty good looking face there. Wow, that's 2 songs that went by. Let's see what else we got. What is this one? I don't think I'll ever buy another Space Marine Army, but if I did, I'd probably turn them to World Eaters of what the World Eaters were supposed to probably be. Apparently a lot of people were saying they're supposed to be Paladins. Took it? I don't think he was. I don't think the Butcher's Nest was. He opted into it. I thought he was forced into it. The children were, you know, optional. but because of course father, so they took it all. I don't know. I definitely have to look at that lore again then. Kind of weird. Maybe he was tricked into taking it then? Like, he's like, yeah, you can absolutely control it. Because it'd be kind of weird for him to, well, I don't know if it'd be weird. It's just what I heard. Just what I heard. So a lot of people, I believe, agree that Angron is one of the saddest of the Primarchs. So essentially, everything was forced against them, forced against his will. Especially at the very young age, because that's the only time. Otherwise, if he grew up, you know, he'd be too strong to then do stuff to him. Well, it wouldn't be tragedy if he willingly did it then at that point. It'd be like, well, he chose it. The tragedy would be it was forced against him. Otherwise, it's just a terrible choice. It was a choice. Whether it's terrible or not, it's a choice. That wouldn't be a tragedy in my book. Okay, I think I'm done with these boys and ladies. I definitely gotta look that up. That doesn't seem right. Well, according to AI Overview, yes, Angron was forced to have the Butcher Snails implanted in his skull in Warhammer 40k. Well, the thing is, though, he was captured by the ruling Nusarian. Actually, no, you're wrong, Francois, because I do remember now. I had the one of the books. Angron was explaining that he was forced into a lot of the things, forced with the butcher snails and all that. I don't know what book did you read, or where did you hear about this, where he was curious, because they had to do this when he was young. Well, I guess if he was willingly doing it, then he could do it at any age. What book did you hear this from? Because I'm curious. Like, now I remember, because I listened to a lot of, what do you call it, all these Guilliman's books, and he did fight Angron at one point. Especially when, what you call his name, returned, and he was complaining to Guilliman, saying, I didn't grow up with a loving family. You know, I was implanted with this and forced to fight for my life. He's explaining all of that to Guilliman, trying to, you know, say Guilliman's like, you're not, what do you call it? You're not as loyal or honorable as, you know, or courageous. Oh, Jesus! I don't have the new codex. I definitely gotta look it up though. Huh. That's a massive retcon, though. That's like a lot of the lore, and that's what makes Angron like tragic. Is the fact that it's not the choice. A choice, you'd hate the person. It's like, dude, you're stupid for that. But if it was forced, that's more tragic because he had no choice. But I definitely gotta look that up. Oh man, actually my friend has that. He bought $400 for World Eaters. Pretty good deal. The Butcher's Notes should be removed from lore. Let's see, Butcher's Notes one for a lexicon. Butcher's Notes therefore replace parts of Anger's brain, allowing him to live. Was also expression used among the okay. Let's see. Trying to see if the surgical procedure for the audio drama. See Butcher Snell's audio book. Let's see. The surgery was reserved to slave gladiators of the chariot, amplifying their fierceness and amusement. The masters of the planet Angron was the subject to the surgery, and later went on to repeat the procedure on his world eaters. The Butcher's Snares were implanted in the warriors. The world eaters were primitive copies of the original implant into Angron, although lacking in the fatal degenerative effect of the original. Early on, the implementation of the Butcher's Nails to the World Eaters Legionnaire under Galan Sirlach had a 100% fatality rate, but Angron persisted in his demand to install the device to his warriors. Eventually, the process was perfected thanks to the reverse engineering Gehan technology of, and Karn was the first world eaters to survive the nails. Unlike Angron's nails, which took appearance of dreadlocks flowing from his skulls, the mass-produced version resembled fiber cables. Couldn't Emperor heal Angron? It's not a no. Man, I'm hoping that the Dark Mechanicum becomes official, by the way. It's kind of stepping off the lore there, because I do want a Chaos faction. But I have a feeling everyone's gonna go Dark Mechanicum, and I hate that fact. That's another subject. Hold on, I gotta listen to this one thing real quick. Huh. Thinking about the World Bearers. Yeah. It'd be kind of funny for me to play the Word Bearers and the Ultramarines. Have two factions that absolutely hate each other. Ooh, that'd be kind of funny. I was thinking about that too, actually, the Word Bearers too. If they came back, like, another Ultramarine faction. But I kind of want to go like gritty and dirty, as opposed to like, clean. Kind of like these guys. I think there was something else I wanted to paint, but I don't know what it was. But yeah, Word Bearers and Ultramarines, oh, that'd be hilarious. Go. Almost done, almost done. After this would be just a varnish on them. I have to redo this area here. Because it didn't quite line up. Keep hearing something that's really weird.
Would you be waiting? Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures.
Alright. I'll probably varnish this guy's off stream. This is gonna take a while for the takes a while for this thing to probably dry up a bit. So what else? So we have Xenos, we have Chaos, we have what do you call those guys? Fateful, Allies, Servant? No, Loyalists. There's only 3 different kinds of groups. So the only thing I'm missing is Chaos. I think Imperial Knights, Chaos Knights would be the best bet, honestly. Just because I do have 3D models of Knights, and it's a cheaper armor to get into. And I can do Rust on that, actually. I can do Rust pretty... I definitely have to look up how to do Rust on that thing. Man, I wish that some of the well, GWs. Kind of wish some of the, let's see. The, what do you call it? The Christmas boxes would be, Chaos Knights. Would be, what you call it? Chaos Knights. Are these just the same thing as regular knights, or no? things look like. Oh, they are. Imperial Knights Armiger, you just paint them chaos. What about the Huntsmans? They're just regular Knights Armigers as well. Wow, that's so convenient, you know? You just buy Knights Armigers like crazy, and then you can turn them to anything you want them to be. But I don't know how Knights work though. Okay, I think that's dry now. Or dry enough. There we go. Perfect. Alright, actually I'm gonna be done streaming now, since these guys are done. The next thing would be to paint essentially this guy, so he is dry. Let's see what it looks like on stream. But it's like very patchy, you can see. But let's see how paint sticks to it. This is the hand-painted primer. I gotta also. What did you hear? How did I thought it was the reverse though. Even though Angron kind of forced it, I think I kind of thought I thought it was like an option. And let me see. Was the World Eaters force to take the Butcher Snails? Air force the World Eaters to have the Butcher Snails. So he tries to make them his actual family by getting them the Butcher Snail, by getting them the nails. And the overwhelming majority of Legion is desperate to find their father. So yeah, it was kind of. I mean, I think the World Eaters where like he wants them to take it, but I don't think he forces them to take it. And Angron forced the World Eaters, according to this. The Red Angel. Shanka has always prideful and quick to wrath. Trials and nails had only brought further to the fore of his personality, but after the destruction of Nuceria, he had become withdrawn. His natural pride turned easily to bitterness and depression. Nope. Easily win with the world's daddy issues. Actually hates the Emperor and has lost everything. Anyways, maybe it wasn't necessarily optional for, because obviously I know the World Eaters wanted obviously wanted to be like their father, and also wanted their father to like them, so they were willing to do most things. But I think the apothecary, the reason why I thought it was maybe optional is because the apothecary obviously had to survive and had to be somewhat sane to collect the glands and stuff. Could you imagine an apothecary sees one of his down World Eaters? It's like, I'm fine, brother. And he goes, no, you're not. And just stabs him and takes his gland out. It's like, no, not another one. So that's the reason why I thought it was kind of optional. And I think also the librarians. And again, the reason why I think it's optional, because I remember also, again, one of the books, some of the librarians did take it and they went crazy. with the psyker, and I think they exploded. their their heads exploded. But the ones that didn't take it didn't, of course. So again, that's the reason why I thought it's optional for the world eaters. A librarian and apothecary, how the heck are they going to function when they're just pissed off all the time? I remember what you said to me at lunch. Let me grab your gland. This is what you get. Well, anyways, I'm going to pause it right here. So I try to stream every day around 4 to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and try to stream for at least an hour so I can paint my crap. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up the send down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next vid.